All right, we need an intro song, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh. He's playing it for us.
Uh, Guardian.
Welcome to another episode of Ninja Turtles.
Yes, that.
Yo, so I want to open up with something completely not related to Destiny that is absolutely hilarious in the gaming world. I'm sure you've heard about this, but Fallout 76, the best game of all time,
Uh,
has defied all the rules in the video game world. Usually, for like the
oh,
past 10 years,
I
dude.
saw this.
For the past 10 years, when your game is doing horrible, what you do is you make it free to play and then charge for microtransactions. They've already been having microtransactions in the game, so what they did, they went the other way. They said, this game sucks. What if we charged you a subscription fee? $99 a year or $13 a month to play the worst game ever.
Yep, yep.
How do you think people are gonna sign up for that?
Uh, the thing is, like, they already paid for the game.
I know. I know. And does that come with a promise of new content, or are they just like, if you want to continue playing this horrible game? Like,
Uh,
from what I saw, all they're offering for that subscription fee is like emotes and like stuff like that.
yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't think I think you can still play without it.
Hmm.
Uh, but um, yeah, it's really weird. They're not offering much with it at all. I'm trying to find the weirdest thing they're offering is that if you pay for the subscription fee, you can get you can play on single player Fallout 76 servers, which
Oh.
seems to
Oh,
totally
right.
defeat the point.
Well, there's also I saw something about like there's gonna be these servers that like premium servers that you can play on, but they're like, yeah, if we don't get enough people on these, then we're shutting them down. So you're like paying for it, and then like by
Yeah.
RNG, they're like, yeah, we're gonna take it back later though, so you better get everybody to sign up. You
Yeah,
know?
dude, it's so odd. I that you have to pay a monthly subscription fee to make an online multiplayer game a single player game.
Yeah.
Like, what the actual fuck?
Dude, Bethesda is out of their mind. Like Fallout 76 was a terrible launch. Rage 2 went over like a lead balloon, and now this. Like, I don't even, like, I have no idea if they have any kind of plan to redeem themselves or if they're just like, we're milking this thing until we go out of business. Because that's what it seems like.
Yeah, it's really odd. I thought it was a joke too.
Right.
I
Yeah.
saw it on Twitter, and I kept looking everywhere, but now it's like from their Twitter.
Uh
Uh, like what
huh.
the actual fuck?
I was talking with Maple, and I was like, dude, I think, like if I had like an ultimatum and it was like you have to play Fallout 76 or Anthem for the rest of your life, like I think I would pick Anthem. And
No way,
yeah, dude,
dude.
I think so.
No
Cuz at
way.
least you could fly around. You
Oh
know?
my
That's
god,
it.
dude. Fuck no way. No. Listen, I gotta disagree with you there. Fallout 76 is trash, but uh I would rather play trash
Then trash.
than trash, dude. Where are the all right. So here's the things you get
Yeah.
for paying the subscription fee. You get to play in private worlds
Yeah.
exclusively for you and up to 7 friends. You get a scrap box, which provides you unlimited storage for your
So
crafting
so
components.
it's essentially like a Minecraft server kind of, except you don't host it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, you get a tent so that you can place a fast travel point on the map. You get 1650 atoms per month. I don't know how much an atom costs,
Yeah.
but you get silver.
Right.
You get an outfit and some emotes.
Yeah, and it's not like it comes with the promise of like this is gonna help us fix the game, and it just seems like they're like, let's milk this thing until we have to shut it down, you know. And
Yeah,
you
dude.
know what's funny? If you go on the Fallout 76 Reddit, you know it's still full of like Bethesda apologists, like who are
Oh,
they are just like dug in, you know, like they are like, we are not changing. I will not hear anything bad about this game, you
yeah,
know,
dude.
like it's
It's dude, it's insane to me. It's insane to me, but there's no way this is gonna go over well.
yeah,
There's no way they're gonna get that many subscriptions because you don't have to pay the subscription fee to get the game. You just get some trash.
yeah.
$13 a month for some trash.
Well, I'm sure that everybody who is a who posts on that subreddit at least once a month is going to be subscribing for sure.
Of course, absolutely. I really don't understand what their goal there was. What was what do you think they were trying to do other than make money? Like, is there any genuine
I don't know
like
because
can you
I
look at
haven't
this
heard,
can you spin this in a good light
well,
if you try your hardest?
I can't because it's not like they've come out with like a roadmap to redemption or anything. It just seems like the game is just floundering. You know, it's just it still exists for some reason in the state that it launched in, pretty much. You know, did
Yeah.
people ever even get their like? Remember the controversy with like the deluxe edition pre-order or whatever? People never got their handbags or something like that. Like,
Well,
did
they
they
sent
ever
them
get
the handbags. They were just grossly different than
what they promised?
what they promised. Yeah, they
Okay.
promised these like premium handbags, and they were like leather and like they looked like army duffel bags, and they sent them like totes, like NPR totes. You know,
That's funny.
it's pretty great,
All right.
but yeah,
Well,
fuck that.
so that's all I've got about that. Festival of the Lost. That
It's
speaking
coming
of
back.
money, yeah.
The Spooky Forest is coming back,
Hmm.
which is like fine. I would have liked something new, but honestly, I'm not sure what new they would have done.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
you'll be happy to hear that people will be able to have their speaker masks back on in the Crucible. That's your
yeah,
favorite.
dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I honestly, Festival of the Lost to me is always like, even though they try to make it not seem about the microtransactions,
Yeah.
it's about the cosmetics, and the cosmetics this year are cool. They make you look like a fucking skeleton.
Uh-huh.
Probably gonna buy some.
You gonna
I
buy
like,
a full outfit?
of course, it
Yeah.
looks really cool. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm some high and mighty.
But it's an ornament this time. Like you don't have to like just
Yes,
have bad armor on to play with it. So,
yeah, I'm stoked about that. And I'm glad like there are at least a few things that you can earn. I'm glad the broom sparrow is back. I'm sure there'll be something for that. I'm glad that the weapon this year is not like a fucking auto rifle, because last year's was a fucking auto rifle. Now we
it
get a machine gun.
n- what? It's an auto rifle.
It's not an auto rifle. Is it an auto rifle?
Man, you
I thought it was
really.
a machine
Oh,
gun.
look at it. It's a Braytech Werewolf Legendary Auto Rifle. So
It's
yeah,
another auto
yeah,
rifle?
you
It
set
looks
some
like a
people up
machine
for
gun.
disappointment there. No, it's just it's just like the coloring on there makes it look like 50 cal bullets, I guess. But
Oh, fuck this event.
yeah, another auto rifle, dude.
Jesus.
Hmm.
Why?
It's probably the same auto rifle, if I'm being honest.
Why? Why another auto rifle?
Got random rolls.
So? I don't care. I want a machine gun.
Uh,
And yeah, and I guess the masks are fun. You can earn masks.
yeah. Are these new or are they the same ones from last year? I
They're
don't know.
new.
Okay. Um,
They're new,
for all
which
you
is
new lighters
cool.
out there, you do have to be 77 or 770, just so you know, to participate in some of this stuff, quests
Yeah,
and whatnot.
you got to do like 4 strikes.
Yeah,
Before
not
you
even, dude.
jump.
Probably 1 strike.
Yeah, right.
Like enough blues will just drop on the ground on your way through.
Yeah. I was complaining about the 750 to 900 gap
Yeah.
before, but then I kind of like stepped back and thought about it. And it really does have a place for people who want to play Destiny as a free to play game.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm
also,
glad that 150 is there.
you know how I've been harping on for the past couple of weeks about the whole Pinnacle thing. I really don't think this light level is getting raised for the whole year, dude. There's no point
Really?
to, and yeah, I don't think unless like a raid launches, which is definitely not happening next season, I don't think there's any reason to raise it. And with the Pinnacle grind the way it is, pretty much every person out there has now done the math and agrees with me that it's definitely impossible unless they drastically add more sources, like probably hundreds of more sources of Pinnacle rewards. Nobody's going to get 960. So either the plan was to make it impossible and it's just like an aspirational thing, or it's like meant to be done over the course of the year instead of one season, which makes a lot more sense to me, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if there's no raid for a while, because it just makes every season annoying, because then it's like, oh, people have to do the catch-up mechanic bounties to catch back up with their friends and play the new content, and it's just pointless. So they're going to reset the artifact, and everything's going to be about grinding XP. That's going to be the new seasonal grind. That's my guess.
See, like, it's like, sure, whatever. Like, I'll take it. But I wish that they would have, like, communicated their
Yeah.
intentions. Because
we still don't know. That's still speculation, but
yeah, the way the community like takes, these systems and speculates and like grinds the shit out of them because we like understand them in a different way. Like if they would have just communicated their intentions to us, I think it would go better for everyone.
yeah.
And we would be like a lot happier with them in the end. I think people are going to be disappointed if
Do
they're
you
light level just because they've made that expectation. They've set the
Yeah.
expectation. People
But
are
I'll
gonna
be honest
disappointed
with
if the
you,
right level
thinking
stays.
back to last year, I didn't enjoy going back and doing strikes to get 50 light levels every
I
season.
didn't either.
Right.
And I don't really enjoy Tootsie Rolls. But if I
Yeah.
have like, a bag full of Tootsie Rolls in my
Yeah.
room, I don't want you to just like randomly take them away from me, It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I had a good time with them. I just like if you set up the expectation that I'm going to get candy, I want my candy.
I agree that they do need to communicate soon, but I think this achieves two things. Number one, it doesn't like leave people behind who step away after the launch of Shadowkeep, so those people can come back and still be like relatively wherever they were in that grind, in that 50 light level grind if they finished it or not. They won't be like 150 light levels behind and then have to do a catch-up quest to be able to play the new content. And then on top of that, the people who continue to play will maintain like a level of prestige, because if you're doing the Pinnacle grind, you will be starting at a higher light level each season with the artifact reset. It'll keep the content relevant, like the dungeon, the 980 Nightfalls. They won't have to keep bumping those things up to keep them relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it is a better way to move. I just wish that they would like be a little more transparent and talk about what their goals are with that, because everyone's just guessing what's going on right now. They're like, what the heck is this 950 to 960 grind? It takes multiple weeks to get one light level if your RNG's bad, That's just
Yeah. But at the top tier, it honestly makes this like it makes the end game feel just like weird and like you're getting a reset like every season. Instead of this year feeling like a progress thing, it feels like you're getting knocked back, because even just like the removal of the artifact levels, is going to make a big difference for these people like running like the high nightfalls. And they're the same nightfalls every season, so it's going to be weird to like run these Pinnacle activities and then next season like the rewards for them not change.
You're not getting
And,
knocked
like,
back that much though, because if you think about it, like
I mean, 10 or
if you're
12
if you're
is
955
more.
though, you're not doing 50 light level
Yeah,
grind plus that, you know?
yeah, for sure. You're not doing that, but even though it's a little progress, it's the same amount of progress as like the Pinnacle 10 light, you know?
Hmm.
Like that same like amount is getting like ripped away like with the
Yeah,
artifacts that
because
season.
probably most people will have 10 to 15 plus 10 to 15 on the artifact that they'll
Yeah,
be
for
getting
sure.
wiped out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I,
So, if they decide to do it like that,
but the good thing about the artifact is it's not as linear. So like they're resetting it, but you're getting all new abilities when you regrind it. It's not like you're getting the same thing back every
well,
season.
the artifact, yeah, it's not like I think it's like a stretch to say like all new abilities, like you're getting reduced cost mods.
Well, no,
Like,
at the end, like the last tier of them,
yeah, the
those are
last
like
tier, those
exotic
are cool.
abilities. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are exotic abilities and those are cool. The majority of the artifact is reduced cost mods.
And we actually never talked about that. Like some of the stuff is pretty borderline broken, like the exotic stuff, and some of it works in PvP. And what's cool about this artifact system is it is in itself like a self-updating sandbox because if something's broken, as long as it's not too egregious, it's gonna go away at the end of the season, no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Like I'm enjoying the arc battery thing right now. I know it's gonna be gone at the end of the season,
I'm
and
so
that's
annoyed by
fine.
the arc battery thing and I'm
Yeah,
so ready for it to be gone.
really?
Yeah, like arc battery abusers, people with like super high recuv running Wormhusk that literally just like regen their health in the middle of an engagement. I think it's
But you're
uh,
not regenning your health. You're just getting a small bump. It doesn't start like filling up in the middle of an engagement.
dude, if you have max recovery and Wormhusk Crown and you dodge, by the
Right.
time you come out of that animation, your health is full again.
No, 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 no. I mean,
Dude,
I don't know about max recov. I'm running like 5 recov, but
that that is almost full at least. And for me as a controller player, dude, I'm like dealing with this a lot. It's really fucking frustrating. We lose aim assist
yeah.
when the dodge animation happens. And so I have all these fucking arc striders running around dodging and then I can't hit them
Yeah.
for the time of the dodge and then like there they are at full health again, like shotting me. And it's just the most egregious annoying thing ever. I fucking hate it.
I mean, that's all I've been using, but
Yeah, I don't really like you. I think you're an ass. Uh, but it's so bad.
Well, I mean, on the other hand, if you run Night Stalker and use Oppressive Darkness, you're gonna kill people with like a wombo combo pretty much instantly too. So,
Yeah, but I don't have pitch. I see you always complain about wombo combos. I've never had a problem with Destiny 2 wombo combos. I think they're super lethal already.
well, but it's gonna be like instantly with that Oppressive Darkness though,
I mean,
because
it's fast,
yeah, and then
but I don't
obviously
think
you
it's
got
really
the
worth the
handheld
slot.
Supernova that's like mapping people now because of
Yeah.
it too.
What
But
is it, like 6 energy?
yeah,
Yeah, ugh. Yeah, I can't spare that, man.
it's only in your class mod though. Like, what else are you gonna use?
I mean, I have mobility in my class.
Yeah, so it's
Because really, in
crazy.
order to get the builds that we were getting, like you have to like slot those mods.
I know. I've been trying to get like gear with just built-in mobility, but it's really hard. It's really
Yeah.
hard. But it's crazy how much a difference the mobility makes. Like people never believe me. But as soon as I feel the
Dude,
difference
you didn't believe
between
me.
I didn't, but that was like two
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So, but like I can feel a huge difference between like 5 and 7. You know,
Yeah.
like if I'm at like 57, I'm like, dude, I feel like a slug. You know, like this is
Yeah.
bad. But anyway, so Leviathan's Breath came out this week. It's the most trash exotic I've ever used in my life. I cannot
Ah.
believe this thing, dude. I cannot believe that they made this an exotic. It's a
I mean, it
quest.
one shots in PvP, which is interesting.
It one shots in PvP. You get 2 shots with it from the heavy, which is, I mean, I'm not saying that should change because this is like not really a PvP criticism.
Yeah.
But it's also not broken either because the draw time on it takes like 45 years.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's like 1,000 something. And like you won't even necessarily know it's fully cocked back till you see the bow like snap into place. It has a huge hitbox. You can body shot supers. That's cool, but it is not worth it. Like it's not the most
Yeah.
competitive thing. You could get 4 kills easily with a machine gun rather
Yeah.
than having 2 arrows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but in PvE, it's stupid. It's really dumb. Like you can only have a maximum of 10 arrows with full heavy ammo unless you have
Yeah.
like capacity on. And then it doesn't do that much damage like in comparison to other exotic heavy weapons for bosses. And if you're it like has that knockback effect. What is that for?
Yeah.
Like in what context do I ever need to knock back a bunch of trash ads?
Well,
Like
there's you can knock one of the Garden of Salvation bosses off.
yeah, I think you can do that with a smoke too or something, can't you?
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't really see much of a practical use for knockback. It's more of a gimmick.
Oh, yeah,
And
for sure.
even
Because
like
you're not
the
going to be using this on trash. You're not going to like
right.
have like minotaurs walking at you, and you're like,
And you
yeah,
only
not
get 10 bullets, so it's like what am I going to be trash clearing ads? I'll just use recluse and kill everything. Like why do I
Yeah.
need to use this exotic bow? That makes no sense. So it only takes like an hour to get to your collection. Just dismantle it when you're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Xenophage machine guns coming out with the dungeon. That's all we know. I'm assuming it's going to be like a Wishbringer style quest.
Sweet. But do we know what it does yet?
No, I don't think it's been data mined. I think they hit it.
Nice.
So I don't know what the perk is or anything like that. If anybody does have info on that, let me know. All right, so this is news I'm actually excited about. Interested to hear your thoughts on this. I don't know if you've ever played SWAT in Halo 3, but SWAT was like one of my
It was
favorite pastimes.
definitely the best game mode
Yeah,
in like Halo 3 that you could matchmake. It was so fun.
yeah. I
And it
love.
was like bi-weekly, right? Wasn't it not around all the time?
Yeah, it was not around all the time. I don't remember if it was bi-weekly specifically. You might be right on that. I'll be interested to see how this works in Destiny. So there's a new mode called Momentum Control. I had no idea it was going to be anything like this. I figured it was going to be more of an objective-based game mode because that's all they do is round-based objective bullshit.
Yeah.
But this is not. They're saying it's supposed to be a lot like Halo 3 SWAT. It's going to have instant respawn times. They're going to make all of the weapons super lethal. They've never done anything like this. It drastically alters the sandbox. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I'm assuming that most weapons, primary weapons, are going to one-shot headshot, at least like the single firing ones like hand cannons, maybe scout rifles depending how fast they shoot, pulse rifles, etc. Because that's how it worked in SWAT. It was like one shot headshot, 2-shot body shot. So this might be a mode where a double primary system is actually viable. Like you could have like a scout and a hand cannon or something like that, or a scout and a submachine gun.
Yeah. I mean, I still think shotgun will probably be viable in it, but yeah, I'm super interested to see how this plays. I probably won't play it much. It sounds like it's going to be a shit show. Just because the sandbox isn't.
Here's my only like worry. The reason I don't think I'll enjoy this as much as SWAT is because of the nature of Destiny having such a higher mobility.
Yeah.
There's no radar. I didn't explain that. There's no radar in this game mode. It's kind of essential to have it that way because of the one-shot kill potential. But with how fast you can move, I just don't know that it's going to feel great. We'll have to see.
Yeah, aggression. There's always an aggression advantage in Destiny, for a lot of reasons, but there's one not positive reason that you have aggression advantage in Destiny, and that is the netcode.
Hmm.
Because like on the most basic level, if you're pushing an enemy, you technically see them,
Before they
like
see you.
point, zero
Yeah.
whatever seconds before they see
Peeker's
you.
advantage, yeah.
Yeah, you have Peeker's advantage. It's just how it works. And in a game where like people are just like getting consistently one shot from across the map, I think it's just going to reward like crazy jumping and aping around, and I don't think that it's going to end up very strategic just because of like how mobile Destiny is. I think it'll be fun,
But
but
remember, with Peeker's advantage, you have no radar, so you won't necessarily know that they're there before you peek.
of course, but
Yeah.
it's Destiny, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's not hard to know where people are or are going to be.
Now, one thing
Uh,
I found kind of weird is like they say there's gonna be more heavy ammo in this playlist, and it's like if everything's one-shotting, like why? I mean, I guess for supers, but like like supers come in like twice a match unless like this regen thing is gonna be like a huge thing. In which
yeah,
case, I don't know what this game mode is. If that's if like
yeah,
there's like a lot of supers and heavy going on all of a sudden.
yeah.
Um, and they say that the supers are going to be harder to kill. Like, then you won't be able to one shot the supers with like a hand cannon. That's not going to be the way it works. So that's what the heavy's for. But I hope it's not like constant procking supers because that would ruin this whole game type. It
Yeah.
wouldn't make any sense at
Constant
all.
procking supers and like entire teams running around with machine guns.
Yeah, yeah. They seem to love like, hey, this playlist has more heavy, just what everybody
Yeah.
wants. Like,
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, dude, you can't blame them. I don't know anyone. I take that back. I do know some people,
yeah,
but I'm not friends with anyone who enjoys Mayhem.
right,
But
yeah.
whenever Mayhem comes out, like people, very large demographics of people that play this game
Yeah.
freak out, and they're like, "Yeah, Mayhem, this is my favorite." And it's
The
like,
only context I ever hear that is when there's like a quest that requires like multiple Crucible completions because those Mayhem games like finish quicker than any of the other
yeah.
games.
It's also the streaming playlist of choice for e-girls. Just like, you know,
The only time
it's
I ever really enjoyed Mayhem was when like Destiny PvP was like so slow that like when they reintroduced it, it was like, hey, this has a faster time to kill at least, you know?
yeah, yeah, faster time to super someone to death. But if you remember, the first Mayhem was also the first like Destiny had been pretty glitchless up to that point. It had been a pretty smooth experience, and then Mayhem came out, and there were infinite Nova bombs.
Oh yeah, I remember that. People just like standing in place like choo 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 choo
Yeah,
choo
chucking like
choo.
50 Slovas at you, and you
Yeah.
just like spawn, and there's all these giant purple grapes flying at you, and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, and on console people were like, oh, I'm at down to 12 FPS, I can't even move. So many
Yeah.
particle effects on the screen.
Yeah, man. Shit was rough. Shit was
But
rough.
this playlist won't be there all the time. It's going to be a 6v6 rotator. So it'll be there every couple weeks
That
or
was
whatever.
confusing to me.
Yeah.
Momentum control seems given to be a 4v4.
Yeah, I agree with that. 6v6 sounds like it's going to be kind of really confusing. Like, oh, I died.
Yeah,
Where did that come from? Like
yeah. Like,
no tracker with 6v6, dude.
yeah. What is the point of no radar if there are people everywhere?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That is kind of insane. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm surprised too. They're not even like we're rolling it out in Crucible Labs. They're just like we're putting this out there. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's what's his face's last
Yeah,
baby. So
Tocom. This is
Tocom.
Tocom's last thing that he's made for the PvP team before he moves on to another team.
His another team, or like just is out of Bungie
No, he said he's moving to another team.
within Bungie.
Yeah. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what he's doing.
What's that? Okay, so answer me something really quick.
Yeah.
This is like a slight backtrack,
Yeah.
but I just need to know because Festival of the Lost is it's all about the cosmetics. I just have to know.
Mm.
All right, so the the warlock is a thrall. The titan is Callus. What the fuck is the hunter?
I guess the Vex can't be the Drifter. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I just can't make out that face. It looks like just mess. What is going on there?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this twab and what? I don't know.
Oh, at the top.
I'm looking at like the Festival of the Lost, the three Guardian pictures. I guess it's not. I'm looking at not the twab, but the Festival of the Lost post from 2 days ago.
Right. But which picture?
Um, all of them.
They're like skeletons, though.
Yeah, but the warlock is obviously a thrall skeleton.
Oh, I see what you mean. And then it's like Callus skeleton, but the
Yeah,
hunter's like turned to the side.
yeah, and it's
An acolyte, maybe.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Yeah.
Wow, good job, Rect. Let's fucking go, dude.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, so there's a bunch of stuff in here about how they've changed Triumph score. I don't think anybody cares too much about that. I'll just say that if you don't know this already, you probably should. The seasonal titles are a thing now. MMXIX was the first one. Undying is the one this season. If you don't get it by the end of the season, you can't get it at all. There's going to be probably one of those every season from here on out. So if you want it, start grinding it now. Don't wait.
Yeah, Undying is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me not care though that it is a like a seasonal title. Like I wish that there were more like just insane titles.
Yeah, I'm
Like
probably going to go for it just because the ritual weapons are bundled in there, and I am going to get all of the
yeah.
ritual weapons, you know?
Yeah, I mean Randy's throwing knife is sick.
I was thinking, dude, Randy's throwing knife might be the momentum control meta.
Yeah, actually, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I think that it's weird that there was a big section about subtitles.
Or here's another one. Bad Juju. If Bad Juju can one shot, it'll automatically reload, dude.
Yeah, but it won't matter. There's gonna be enough downtime.
Yeah.
I think that
Enough
maybe
downtime in a 6v6 no radar playlist.
yeah, 100%. I think that you're right with like maybe some of the odd non-motor weapons. I don't think a pulse is gonna fall into that. I
Yeah.
think that we might see auto rifles for sure, and I think the scouts for sure. But pulses, man, pulses are just in a weird spot. They're in a weird spot.
Hmm.
They don't feel good to use, even though they're lethal. You know, like pulses work when the game is slow.
Well, it's. I was thinking pulses because, like, obviously the BR was the SWAT meta, but the difference there was obviously in Halo you don't have to ADS, so like
Yeah.
that's a big deal because in a game with no radar you really don't want to be like slowly looking down
Yeah.
sights all the time. You know what I mean?
And all the good pulses, unfortunately, have high zoom. Like
Yeah.
Claws of the Wolf is nasty, but when
Yeah.
you zoom into Claws of the Wolf, what is happening?
Is there any good hipfire weapons like at long range? Like, is there any in Destiny?
No, Hipfire is just not good in Destiny. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you have the last word, but that's obviously like so close. Like, I don't think it's gonna be good for this playlist.
The only
Um,
good Hipfire is Skyburners
Skyburners,
Oath.
but it's projectiles, so it's never
Yeah.
gonna make it to him in time.
No.
So that's interesting. I've been grinding those ritual weapons. I managed to get Edgewise last night. I'm pretty close to the stupid Gambit one. I can't wait to never play a Gambit match again, even though I'm gonna have to do it next season for whatever they put out. And then Randy's, I just need a couple more medals. I used Skyburners to get through that. It was hell.
Yeah.
Um, But I think that's probably the worst Crucible quest I've done since the mountaintop.
Yeah, I mean, I like using the Mida, so
On
it's been a
controller.
fun, huh?
On controller.
Yeah,
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 that's like
it's a nice like return to form, you know.
ooh, long range SMGs, Antiope. That'll probably be an interesting
Oh,
one.
yeah, for sure. Good for Ogre too.
All right, let's talk about this fashion. Let me just say all three of these hunters look like trash. I don't know who at Bungie is in charge of fashion, but
Yeah, and
the
they're
hunters
all
need to go.
not wearing hoods. Like
Yeah.
they
All of
fixed,
them are using the Vex, yeah.
yeah, like which is
The
so
radio
odd.
antenna. Because
Yeah,
you know what I've noticed since that came out is so many of the hunter helmets have weird heads.
yeah. Oh, 100%.
I don't know what's up with that,
Well, it's
but
because I don't think they really designed them
yeah,
thinking that they'd ever be seen.
right.
You know, they just decided it because like why not? And then now they're like, oh, I guess we can take off the thing. We can take off the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the hunters look weird. They all look like weird bald guys without the hoods.
Well, like, so the second one is just, it's like you have an astronaut helmet, and then you have like these Vex, like, weird pants, like, it's all over the place, you know? And then, like, the third one is like, he's got the cargo pants on. I just don't know who is picking these things. Like, none of these look cool, you know?
Yeah, the top one I can get with just because it looks like a Dark Souls character, right? Like
Yeah,
it
it
feels
does.
like yeah, this is not from Destiny.
Right.
And so it's cool to see that. But
Except the
then
radio antenna doesn't fit at all, but
yeah, the radio antenna doesn't fit at all.
huh.
Yeah, weird. And the warlocks, you know, they have like guys wearing Halloween masks. They all look like fucking clowns. The only outfit I like in this
The honorable
entire
mention.
thing is the honorable mention. Yeah, dude.
That's so funny. Just so you guys know, they are fixing the bug. That's the big thing this week. They're fixing the bug where you can't get Izanagi's burden, which is like obviously the meta right now. So that's good for all the players who don't have that because that thing is awesome. I wanted to tease Eddie because he's always flexing his movie of the week emblem, and the new movie of the week emblem looks way cooler than the one he
Yeah,
has.
yeah, it looks so good.
So everyone harass Eddie about that. Also, Eddie's gonna be a dad, guys. If anybody didn't hear.
Eddie's gonna have a child.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
That's it. Wow, what a refreshing pleasure.
Absolutely. What's our clickbait title this week? And also, did you have any drama to talk about or no?
Dude, I've been too busy to keep up with it. I'm sad. Um, I guess the only drama is uh we were right and Destiny 2 free to play is finally plagued with hackers.
Yeah?
Yeah. You haven't seen all of the like egregious hacking?
I've seen I haven't personally seen it. I've seen videos of people teleporting around. Like that
Yeah.
I saw some stuff on Twitter about that, but
There's just like a ton of teleporting and aimbotting going on. And it is what it is.
yeah, it's weird because people can basically just make a new account. Like they need to IP ban those people or even use like MAC address so they can't
Yeah.
use that PC on a
Yeah.
free account.
Yeah, they gotta figure out something. But that's the only drama, and it's not like a widespread problem, but it
Yeah.
could be. It needs to be got under control now.
Yeah. Bungie hates PvP guys.
I like that.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. This has been episode 82. We'll see you next week.
Peace.